This is going to be Packer football. Now it looks like we got the big tight end still down after the last play. Well, you can bet that they would hate to be without his services. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on 1st down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on 1st down.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And he comes back with 1 complete. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. And his pass incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
This is Cobb with a catch right side. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly didn't get what they wanted on that play. That means it's a big-time decision on what you call on 4th down.
Absolutely, because a field goal here doesn't do them much good. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now Rodgers got a touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb from 3 yards out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Here we go. Wide 18. Wide 18.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third.
Check 31, check 31. Let's go, let's go. Blue 95. Mirror, mirror, mirror. Check.
Here's Palmer. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Surveying the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. Here's the thing about those rack yards, instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On the return, it's high. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And now they're in the hurry up. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Rodgers to throw. He's going to let it go again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But they're certainly being aggressive here. It's like being a sprinter in a 100-meter dash, exploding out of the blocks, trying to push the ball downfield. Guaranteed this defense better be on their toes. They're going to be tested all game.
Ellington now to return it. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. And Gresham has it left side. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Palmer to throw. And that'll be incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
They come out here in the eye. Throwing now is Palmer. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 30, 10, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear a coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.
Said tonight we ain't going out, so we invited everybody. The made, well, they're way too strong, but ain't nobody saying we got the rest of our lives for the rest of our lives, and the rest of tonight.